Veterans shop differently than most people. When they walk into Harbor Freight, they are not browsing. They are running a checklist built on real operational experience, and the items they consistently pull before stores close or stock runs out are not the ones most people would think to grab first. Number 1, Predator Dual Fuel Generator. Veterans with field experience understand that power reliability is a logistics problem, not a comfort issue. Harbor Freight's Predator line of dual-fuel generators run on both gasoline and propane, which means you are not locked into a single fuel source when one becomes scarce. The ability to switch fuels mid-operation is something military logisticians understand instinctively because supply chains are the first thing that breaks in any extended scenario. The Predator 3500 inverter generator consistently goes out of stock when regional emergencies are announced, and veterans familiar with pre-mission supply runs know exactly why. Propane stores more safely than gasoline over long periods, burns cleaner, and extends your operational power window in ways that a gasoline-only unit cannot match at this price point. Number 2, Titanium Flux Core Welder. The ability to repair metal equipment on-site is worth far more than carrying a replacement part that may never be available. Harbor Freight's Titanium branded Flux Core Welders are functional units capable of handling structural welds on steel up to a 1/4 inch thick, covering vehicle frame repairs, gatework, trailer hitches, and tool repairs that become critical when supply chains for replacement parts go dry. Flux core welding does not require shielding gas, which eliminates a dependency that becomes a serious problem when cylinder refills are unavailable. Veterans who served in maintenance or engineering roles already understand the value of on-site weld capability, and a machine that works without gas cylinders reproduces that capability in a civilian preparedness context at well under $300. Number 3, heavy-duty kinetic recovery straps. Harbor Freight sells recovery and tow straps that veterans who have spent time in off-road or tactical vehicle environments immediately recognize as essential tools. A kinetic recovery strap works differently from a standard tow strap because it stretches under load, storing energy that pulls a stuck vehicle free without the shock loading that snaps conventional straps and causes serious injury. Vehicle immobilization is one of the fastest ways a situation becomes significantly worse, and the ability to self-recover or recover another vehicle from mud, snow, or soft terrain with nothing but a strap and an anchor point is a capability veterans consistently prioritize. Harbor Freight's pricing on these straps is significantly lower than specialty off-road retailers for equivalent load ratings. Number 4. 29-gallon air compressor. A quality air compressor is one of the most versatile tools in any preparedness-oriented shop or garage, and Harbor Freight's Central Pneumatics and Fortress lines offer tank sizes and pressure ratings that handle the full range of applications veterans know matter most. Tire inflation across multiple vehicles, including trailers, becomes a genuine operational concern when fuel is limited and maximum efficiency from every mile is a priority. Beyond tires, a compressor powers impact wrenches for rapid vehicle maintenance, brad nailers for emergency structural repairs, and blowguns for equipment cleaning. Military motor pool experience teaches that rapid tire service capability is the difference between a vehicle that moves and one that does not. And Harbor Freight regularly runs compressors at sale prices, representing some of the lowest cost per cubic feet per minute in retail. Number 5, 36-inch heavy-duty bolt cutters. Veterans with security or combat engineering experience understand that access capability works in both directions. Bolt cutters rated for hardened steel are a standard item in combat engineering kits for exactly that reason, and Harbor Freight sells 24-inch and 36-inch models with hardened cutting heads that handle padlock shackles, chain link, and security cable at price points that make stocking a spare entirely reasonable. In any scenario where infrastructure is disrupted and access to critical resources depends on moving through secured or locked areas, this tool becomes essential. They also serve legitimate purposes when property owners need rapid access to their own secured storage, locked outbuildings, or gated areas after a loss of keys or combinations. Veterans acquire this capability before the scenario arrives. Number 6, come-along hand winch. A come-along hand winch provides significant pulling and lifting force without any electrical power source whatsoever, which is exactly the kind of mechanical independence that veterans with field recovery experience prioritize. Harbor Freight sells 1-ton and 2-ton rated hand winches that use a ratcheting mechanism to generate several thousand pounds of pulling force from nothing more than manual effort on a short handle. A come-along can straighten a vehicle frame, pull a stuck vehicle to solid ground, lift a motor for field service, move heavy equipment without machinery, and serve as an anchor tensioner for shelter or barrier construction. Veterans who have improvised equipment recovery without powered winching equipment understand this tool's value immediately. It weighs very little, requires no power, and takes up minimal storage space. Number 7. Heavy-duty poly tarps. Military personnel learn early that the ability to rapidly establish weather protection over people, equipment, and supplies is a foundational logistics capability. Harbor Freight sells heavy-duty poly tarps in sizes up to 40 by 60 feet at prices that make purchasing multiple units practical, and veterans consistently buy them in multiples because field experience teaches that one tarp is a temporary solution and several tarps is a system. Applications in a civilian preparedness context cover broken windows and damaged roofing, after storms weather protection for stored equipment, rainwater collection surfaces, field expedient shelter structures when combined with paracord, and ground barriers for sanitation management. The heavier the meal rating, the longer the service life under real outdoor conditions, and Harbor Freight stocks both medium and heavy-duty grades. Number 8. Daytona 3-ton floor jack. Harbor Freight's Daytona-branded floor jacks represent some of the most capable hydraulic lifting equipment available at this price point, and veterans with motor pool or vehicle maintenance experience recognize them as tools worth owning immediately. A 3-ton hydraulic floor jack allows rapid vehicle access for tire changes, brake service, suspension repairs, and undercarriage inspections on virtually any passenger vehicle or light truck without shop delays and costs. When fuel becomes expensive or scarce, and vehicle maintenance intervals become critical to extending the life of your transportation, the ability to perform that maintenance yourself becomes a direct cost-saving asset. Veterans do not defer maintenance because their training taught them that a vehicle that breaks down at the wrong moment is not just an inconvenience. It is a mission failure. Number 9. Hercules 20-5 Cordless Reciprocating Saw. Harbor Freight's Hercules branded cordless tool line runs on a 20-volt battery platform that delivers genuine performance at a fraction of the cost of premium brands. And the reciprocating saw in that lineup is the tool that veterans with demolition, construction, or breaching experience reach for first. A reciprocating saw with the right blade cuts through wood, metal, PVC pipe, drywall, roofing material, and light structural steel, making it one of the most versatile single tools in any emergency repair or construction scenario. Post-disaster structural clearing, opening blocked access points, cutting damaged materials for reuse, field expedient construction, and rapid vehicle disassembly for part salvage are all applications where this tool is the correct answer. Battery platform compatibility across the Hercules line means one charger serves an entire ecosystem of cordless tools. Number 10. Gas-powered transfer water pump. Harbor Freight sells electric and gas-powered transfer pumps capable of moving large volumes of water quickly, and veterans who have dealt with flooded facilities, fuel transfer operations, or emergency dewatering recognize their value immediately. A quality transfer pump can move several thousand gallons per hour, which is the difference between a flooded storage space that destroys weeks of food and supplies and one that is managed before damage becomes permanent. Beyond flood response, transfer pumps move water from storage tanks to distribution points, support emergency irrigation, transfer fuel between containers, and dewater structural spaces after storms. A gasoline-powered model operates completely independent of electrical infrastructure, which is exactly when water movement needs are most likely to be urgent. Number 11. Logging chains and boomers. Veterans who have operated in environments requiring heavy load securing, vehicle recovery, or equipment movement understand that chain and boomer combinations are in a completely different capability category compared to straps or rope. Harbor Freight sells logging chains in various lengths alongside lever boomers and chain binders that tension them, and the combination handles loads and forces that synthetic straps cannot manage. High-strength chain does not degrade in UV light, does not weaken when wet, does not cut on sharp edges, and provides reliable anchor points for winching operations, load securing, and rigging systems that synthetic materials at equivalent price points cannot match. Veterans with any vehicle recovery or heavy rigging experience do not leave this category unaddressed in their tool inventory, regardless of how many straps they own. Number 12, battery-powered LED work lights. Operational tasks do not stop when daylight does, and veterans understand from direct experience that adequate lighting in a work environment is not optional under any conditions. Harbor Freight's battery-powered LED work light lineup includes rechargeable standalone units and Hercules platform models that run on the same 20-volt batteries as their cordless tools, creating a unified power ecosystem that eliminates separate charging infrastructure. LED work lights provide the illumination needed for mechanical repairs, perimeter monitoring, medical procedures, and any detailed task that cannot wait until morning. The battery-powered models operate completely independently of grid power, which is the exact condition under which task lighting becomes most critical. Veterans consistently stock more lighting than they expect to use because poor visibility under stress creates compounding problems. Number 13, hydraulic bottle jack. A hydraulic bottle jack is a different capability from a floor jack, and veterans with field repair or recovery experience know exactly why both matter. Harbor Freight sells bottle jacks in ratings from 2 tons up to 20 tons, and a high-capacity model lifts loads and applies forces in configurations that a floor jack cannot access. Under a vehicle settled on uneven terrain, inside a collapsed structure as a spreading tool, or as a press for forcing components together in improvised repairs, the bottle jack's compact form and high load rating make it indispensable. Military field maintenance references bottle jacks specifically for their portability and force-to-size ratio, and veterans who have improvised vehicle repairs in the field treat them as non-negotiable preparedness equipment. Number 14, heavy-duty, hand truck with pneumatic tires. Moving heavy loads without powered equipment is a fundamental logistics capability, and Harbor Freight's heavy-duty hand trucks with pneumatic tires handle the kind of sustained heavy use that plastic-wheeled consumer models fail at quickly. Veterans who have moved equipment and supplies by hand understand that the quality of your material handling equipment directly affects your ability to sustain any operation over time. Pneumatic tires absorb shock on rough terrain, stairs, and gravel surfaces that destroy solid rubber wheels, and the extended handles on commercial-grade models reduce physical strain when moving appliance weight loads across distances. In any scenario where fuel for powered equipment is conserved and supplies need to move repeatedly between locations, a quality hand truck delivers some of the highest value per dollar in the Harbor Freight inventory. Veterans do not stockpile out of fear. They stockpile because their training taught them that preparation before a problem is always cheaper than improvisation during one. Every item on this list is at Harbor Freight today. Timing favors the people who move first.